My name is Judy. I'm 66, and I'm a recently retired technical writer in the IT arena. I moved into this house in November of 1990. There is still stuff from 1990 that has not been unpacked, as well as all the things I've acquired since then. It just all adds up, but quickly. To me, the concept of hoarding has always been storing up treasures, bringing stuff in, and keeping it. There are things you save that have no value, except for emotional. Unfortunately, I keep not just grand treasures, but I keep treasures that are not so grand, and I started hoarding trash and garbage. That's not good. It's a piled up mess. It's not fit to live in, but I was trying to.
I'm Cece, and I am Judy's daughter. There was always an issue. I remember sitting at the kitchen table with my scrambled eggs. There was always just a small amount of space for the plate and a cup, and that was it. Even then, there was junk mail piled up over the tables. I guess I probably realized my house wasn't normal about the time I started going to sleepovers. I just remember being so excited to go spend the night at someone else's house, and they're like, "Oh, we want to come spend the night at your house." And just being like, "We don't do that at my house." And not knowing how to explain that. I mean, you don't want to tell your friends that they can't walk through your house, and that, that they can't eat at your house, and that there's nowhere to play at your house. You don't want to tell them that because it feels like it's you. And I still feel that way.
As my health went downhill, my efforts to keep it picked up and cleaned up went downhill. And it's just gradually gone to shambles.
There is a toilet chair, hospital-style toilet chair in there. It's where my mom's been eating, sleeping, living. She told me that she was tying herself in at night so that if she fell asleep, she wouldn't fall out of the chair. The day that she got sick and we called and had them break in and take her out, she had fallen asleep and slid out and gotten wedged and didn't have the strength or the ability to get herself back up. And my mom had had a security system installed in her house, and she'd set the panic alarm.
The door was locked, and they had to break it down to get in.
They found her wedged in the kitchen between the chair and a doorway, is my understanding, wearing a Snuggie and an adult diaper, and they transported her to the hospital. She had sores on the bottom of her feet the size of ping pong balls. And when I saw her, I told her, I said, "I hate to tell you this, but you're going to lose your legs." I believe, as the police did, that the infestation of whatever insects are in the kitchen bit her, constant cross-contamination from the dirty diapers and the infections that were draining. So, which one caused it? The bug started it, but it just rolled from there. Had she not set the panic button, she would have died. Yeah, she would have been in that hole, and the infection would have killed her.
There had to be a drastic change. I could not come back to this. I need to sell this house and get out of here.
Clearing this house and selling it, this is what's going to pay for her to have somewhere to live. She couldn't clean it out. She couldn't sell it. It has been referred to the health department for inspection. So very likely it would become condemned. They'd bulldoze it and she'd be in a nursing home here, state-run, for the rest of her life.
All right, good morning, guys. Cece, thank you for having us here. We appreciate it. As I've told you all, we've got a whole lot of feces in the home. There are some things that she thinks are valuable underneath all the poop. Basically music, bills, dolls. You're gonna see a ton of these things. What are they called?
Bluette dolls.
Bluette dolls. Her limit is this box right here. We've got to keep it. That's as much as she can take with her. You guys are gonna get the poop in the bags and get it out, and we'll reevaluate at noon. Be respectful of what you're finding, even though it's poop. There might be a $100 bill at the bottom of it. All right, let's do it. All right.
There's going to be a finality at the end, and it's sort of scary. But there's could also be a relief that all the trash that is accumulated is gone.
What do you see when you look at this pile here?
I'm Dr. Elizabeth Moore. I'm a clinical psychologist specializing in anxiety disorders and compulsive hoarding.
A lot of trash and a few treasures.
Okay.
And that's just skimming the top. I don't know what's underneath.
What's underneath? What percentage would you say is trash and versus treasures? Just kind of looking at all this stuff.
It's heavy on the trash side.
Heavy on the trash side. All right, great.
After speaking with her, my initial thought was, well, this is going to go pretty smoothly at first. We can skim off the garbage, we can get rid of the fecal matter, and she's not sentimentally attached to that. She doesn't feel like she needs to keep it.
Yeah, how long do you think this has been accumulating in here? Say a couple of years. That really explains how bad the urine got and the feces got in this room. It literally ate through the flooring, through the tile. But basically, at that point, we need to secure this room because it's not safe.
Here comes the bone of contention.
Oh, okay. So how long has it been since you were able to use the toilet?
So it would have been about 2 years ago.
About 2 years ago. If you hadn't fallen and injured yourself, how long would this have gone on this way before you decided that this was
Not too
a
much
crisis?
longer because I wasn't able to get in and out of that house very well at all.
Okay.
It's getting harder.
You're kidding, Mom. If you hadn't said that panic button, you'd be dead. I'm sorry, but 2 years and you never told anyone. All you had to do was say, I'm really embarrassed, Cece, but I'm sorry. I need help.
I didn't know how to worry you.
You're my mom, you're my family. You have to ask for help because I can't take you to Spokane if you won't ask for help. I can't.
When you're right around the corner, down the block, or 2 miles away, I can ask for help much easier.
Are you really gonna ask for the help? I'm gonna be really honest. This is the hardest thing I've ever said in my life. But if you refuse to ask for help and you recreate this, I cut the line even if you're in Spokane. And I love you, but to sit here and listen to you say you've lived like this for 2 years.
I have been isolated from family, and I didn't want to bring family in. At the distances, the ones that would come would come. I love you too, and I didn't want to create big problems in your life.
I'm prepared to draw that line, which I've done by distance in the past, but I'm willing to do it emotionally now.
Literally. Drippage. Oh. Nothing to see here.
Yeah. How's it feel to see it go?
It's a relief.
Yeah.
The kitchen wasn't that bad until I started roosting there.
Roosting there.
Then everything went over the back of the chair of a night when I was too tired to do anything else. Boom.
Okay.
I just watched her watch that come out, and it didn't faze her. She's laughing like it's no big deal. It just really hit me that this is more than just hoarding. She has a very major mental illness, and that I can't right now take her to Spokane.
I thought that the house would be obviously not in great shape, but I didn't think it would be this far gone.
Judy has struggled most of her life with compulsive hoarding. But over the past couple years, things declined even further, and she made some decisions that led to some pretty dangerous conditions being made. I'm not sure she realizes how close she came to dying in that house.
This is an awful, awful home, and it would be condemned. It is condemned, and there's no way that we could let this person back into this home.
What are you thinking?
I know she doesn't want to be in a state home, and financially, I mean, even if we do really well selling this as is, you know, it's $4,000 a month for assisted living, and in a year she has nothing. So if she doesn't start in a state home, she will be in a state home. And I know that's not what she wants, and it's not what I would want.
Yeah, this didn't register with her as the crisis that it was, and that's really concerning. Also her response to it, or lack of response to it, I guess I should say. And it's unusual to see someone with such severe living conditions work through things as easily as she did.
I know she doesn't want to go to a state home, but I think that she's not ready for independent living. And I can't take her into my home. I don't have space. I have children that I can't commit to that kind of time.
I'm most definitely looking forward to having a closer relationship with my daughter and my grandchildren.
I know what she wants, and of course, you know, you try to get the people you love what they want.
I'm excited to get a new start. And it's much easier to get a new start when you're in a new environment.
She's not going home with me anytime soon.